Welcome to the Club Chat, the podcast that cuts through the noise in health, fitness, and lifestyle. We're not here for fluff, quick fixes, or the next shiny trend. We're here for real talk, science-backed strategies, and the kind of tough love that helps you get stronger in every area of your life. You're sitting here with Chelsea and Maria, founders, co-pilots, coaches, and the women behind the Mind and Body Club. Together, we're pulling back the curtain on what it really takes to build strength, resilience, and a lifestyle that lasts. In today's episode, is Pilates actually working? I want you guys to ask yourself these 3 questions. Am I lifting heavier over time? If the load never changed, your body won't either.
Definitely.
If you're ready to do hard shit, raise your standards and become 1% better every day, you're in the right place. This is a Club Chat. Let's get into it. Pilates isn't enough. Ooh, yes, we said it.
Did we?
Did we?
I think you've said it before.
Who said it? Here's why most Pilates fails women and what we're doing differently at the club. How are we feeling about this one, Maria?
I think it's going to be a big one.
It's going to be a big one. We decided to start off with a bang because we feel like it's going to set the tone if we just go over if we dress the elephant in the room.
I think this is going to kind of hit members in a way of like, yep, I've heard that before, but hopefully this actually really hits home and they make the change.
Yes. I think everything that we talk about in the studio, I think it all will come together with this episode of why we talk about certain things. Because the same thing, like only 45 minutes of classes, we're not going to give you a whole lecture of
what you're not doing and why just coming to a class isn't enough outside the studio.
Yes. And why we tell you to grab heavier weights and why we don't talk proper Pilates.
Yes.
Anyway, this is going to be a big one. The aim of today is kind of like just address the elephant, and it's going to be a little bit like what is happening. And then over the next couple of weeks, we're hoping to pick up the pieces. So if it doesn't all make sense today, that is totally fine. Like we just want to address this topic, because then it's going to set up the rest of the weeks, and what we dive into, and we're going to give you the pieces and piece everything back together from there. But I think, like we said, it's going to start with a bang, and then move forward from there.
And hopefully set people up as they listen more. They'll understand why we're talking about what we're talking about.
100%, definitely.
So do we just jump straight in?
Yeah, let's jump straight in.
So why are women stuck in undertraining?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question first.
Okay.
What do you think Pilates is?
Before I started Pilates, before I started, if I go off based on what is online, more princess Pilates, more matching outfits, your stretches that just kind of burn, but you're not really gaining any strength from them, and really a toned body, but you're not strong.
Yes, and the pink 2 kilo weights.
Yep.
And
I have pink 2 kilo weights at home.
Do not bring those to the studio.
I need to get new ones.
Maria BYO weights. I'll be like, what is happening here?
I should do that one day.
And it's a whole trend. So it's like the Instagram aesthetics of Pilates princess, the stretchy light workouts, and this word tone that gets thrown around a lot. I don't want to be bulky. I don't want to build muscle. I just want to be toned. We hear it all the time, guys. We're shutting that down now. That I do not want to hear that you want to be toned. I think this reputation keeps a lot of women stuck. I think Pilates gives a lot of false hope because it does attract a certain body type.
It does, definitely. And I think if you look at studios outside of what you've created here in Port Pirie, is your toned matching outfits. It's everything you see on Instagram. But in the studio here, it's not that. It fits every single person.
Yes. We don't talk about it much. We know we are definitely for everybody. But we like to talk more about how we are there for people that want to get stronger, want to build muscle, and want to do your hard shit. And that doesn't discriminate to any body type or any type of person.
No.
Age doesn't discriminate. Age doesn't discriminate whether you're male or female. It's just the willingness to want to do hard shit to get stronger and build muscle. And you don't really hear too many Pilates studios talking like that.
No, you don't. And you often also see the graceful Pilates moves,
100%.
not the wobbly legs, not often sometimes losing balance or not looking good while you're doing a move, but it's not about looking good, it's about feeling good.
100%. It's meant to be sweaty. It's meant to be messy. Your form's meant to drop by the end. You're meant to have red faces when you're pushing heavy loads. And just remember, guys, that when you look at these pretty videos on social media, we'll talk about it a lot through this podcast, but you have to remember, like, I mean, it's a little bit hard when you sort of are still learning all this stuff and you don't really have an exercise science background, which is totally fine. But you got to think with your brain a little bit and think, what are these people actually getting out of this exercise? Does it just look pretty, or you're actually getting something from it?
Maybe mainly for the Instagram feed.
That's mainly for the Instagram feed. It's so you go, oh my God, look at that girl. She's doing a handstand on the reformer with her foot in the strap. Like,
can we try that?
Oh my God, I would not be able to do that. And guess what? She probably didn't post the 50 videos where she fell off. She just posted the one good one.
Or where she lost balance, or where she didn't look pretty doing it.
Yes. So Pilates is, this topic is a hard topic. So you've got Pilates, and that was invented by Joseph Pilates, and a lot of studios stay with that exact method of doing Pilates, but we've developed so much from there, guys. Like, there's so much more exercise science stuff, and it's a good base. There's definitely some good things within what Joseph Pilates did, but it's not the be all or end all, and you definitely shouldn't be staying on one red spring for your whole Pilates journey.
No, definitely shouldn't.
No, definitely not. So
only for the odd recovery day here and there, but not every week.
Not every week. So Pilates is very much treated like the light burn session instead of like real strength training. A lot of people stay in their comfort zone with the same springs, same effort, and never push to fatigue. There's a lot of a difference between something burning, and then something actually working your muscles and resisting against load. They're definitely two different things. And once you start to feel the difference in your body, you'll know what we're talking about. So Pilates very much just focuses on that burn. But we've evolved a lot since when I first opened the studio. I was doing mermaids in a strength class. Like, I just can't believe I was even doing that. That's just crazy to me. So strength training is, you want to push to fail or get close to failing. Pilates is, we could leave you there for 2 hours on one red spring and you probably could still
keep going,
be doing the exercise. And the only reason you'd stop is because it burns.
And I think in like strength base, it's more about, it's not going to be easy. Like, it's going to become easier the more you do it, the more you challenge yourself, but it's never going to be just easy.
Who wants easy? We don't want easy.
I hate easy.
We don't want easy,
I want
guys.
hard.
We want hard. It's meant to be hard. And I think there's a real, almost like stigma in the studio, which we're trying to break a little bit as well, with people not like pushing themselves hard enough because they're like embarrassed that they're going to be the first one to stop. I applaud the first one that stops, because I know that you're actually pushing hard and you're on heavy springs and heavy weights.
Pushing yourself to the limit.
Pushing yourself to the limit. That's what we want. We're not applauding the people that are on one red spring and they could keep going for the next 2 hours. Like, we want hard, guys. That's what we're here for. That is what's going to help you reach your goals. And we know moving is better than not moving. We know that. But if you're putting in the effort, let's move well.
And let's work more towards your goals than just staying where you started.
Yeah, staying stuck, really.
Yeah.
And this is why we're going to dive into all of this, because sometimes we have these conversations with people and we say, push harder. And then they push too hard because then they don't have their recovery days and they don't do those lighter workouts. So this is what we're all going to be diving into. A lot of women are chasing that feeling of being toned instead of building actual muscle or strength. And a lot of people, I think it's around 30%, people underestimate how strong they actually are. They underload themselves by 30%. So a lot of people, are underestimating how strong they can be, how strong they are. So they never train heavy enough to actually create real change.
No, and don't actually push their body to what it's capable of, but it's that mental barrier.
100%. And like, how much confidence are you going to get out of doing hard things and pushing to a point where you're like, holy shit, I did that.
And the satisfaction of, I can do this.
Yeah. And you walk out so much more confident than when you walked in of actually doing something hard. And I always joke at the end of my classes and be like, you survived, guys.
Exactly. And then you come back and you do it all over again.
Do it again. So one of our members joked about it being like childbirth. You forget about the pain and then you come back and you're like, oh my God, why did I do this?
I think there's some classes that are worse than childbirth, but in the best way possible.
And a lot of like the Pilates is focusing on breathing and looking graceful. And I'm not shitting on Pilates. Like there's space for Pilates and it will get people so far, but it will get people only so far.
And that's where they'll stop. And they won't progress from there.
They won't. So we like gritty over graceful, and we don't focus on like, we want our forms to be good, but we're not focusing on perfect form, because as you move through and we get heavier, we add a heavier load and you progress, your form's going to drop off. That is a good thing. That's what we're looking for.
That means you're pushing hard enough.
It means you're pushing hard enough. So the biggest thing that Pilates skips over is progressive overload completely. So their body has no reason to adapt. You pushing your body hard enough that it struggles, so it gets to a point where it fails or gets too close to failure, is then training your body to adapt and get stronger. It's telling your body, right, I want to be stronger. And then your body does what it needs to. So next time you come into the studio, you're that little bit stronger every time. It doesn't really work that quickly. So don't think
well, I can't just do one session. I'm going to be stronger the next one.
I know. How good would that be? But yeah, definitely getting that little bit stronger every time. Pilates has very much been, I think because it is getting so popular, it's really been marketed in a certain way to keep people really confused and in the wrong spot. And it's very much targeted as low impact, which ends up really sometimes ending up as low intensity. So the question we ask ourselves is, how can we keep it low impact but high intensity?
How do you do that?
Heavy weights, heavy springs, heart rate up, planks, pikes, holds.
The holds kill me.
The holds, they're nasty. Pilates is always targeted as slow and controlled, and it's really labelled as easy. The amount of people we have come in and we say to them, have you done Pilates before? And they say, I've done yoga. And they're booked in for our athletics class, and I'm just like, girl.
Oh no,
you're not going to like this one. And then we put like Backbone on and
all the good music.
They're like, what is happening here?
What music do you think like typical Pilates studios probably play?
Yeah. Sorry guys, this is really unfiltered today. Yeah, like, and some people play like no music.
How? Like, how do you even get into that state of wanting to push yourself more without a hype song playing?
Well, that's the thing. They don't, though, do they?
No, that is true.
It's slow and controlled and focusing on your breath. Yeah, people expect like body changes from workouts that don't actually stress the muscle enough to spark them. And like, you pay good money for a Pilates membership.
You do. Yeah.
We want to see results, and the last thing that we want is people walking in 6 months later saying to us,
I've got nothing out of this.
I've got nothing out of this.
Or I haven't met my goal.
And if you fight with us every time about using heavier springs and heavy weights, and in 6 months' time you walk in and say that,
then
watch out. No.
It's a you issue.
No, this is why we're doing this now. We want to educate you guys. Like, you don't know what you don't know. And this is what this is definitely about. So I think this is going to open up a lot of conversations within the studio as well, which I'm super excited about. People confuse consistency with progression. So you can be as consistent as you like, but if you are not pushing your body hard enough in the sessions, showing up is definitely not leveling up.
It's not. And I think as well, you often say about members and goals. What do your members often tell you? Why are they coming?
I've not really had a single member that I know of that doesn't want to get stronger.
Exactly. And that's why you do what you do.
100%. And I think it's important for everyone to remember, like, most people want to get stronger, and everyone has different reasons, right? So it's really important to check in with yourself on what's your reason. A lot of people, it might be they want to be independent as they age.
Or they may want to be able to keep up with their kids or their grandkids.
Yeah, as your kids get older, they get heavier to lift up.
They get quicker.
Those 2-kilo weights are not going to train you enough to be able to pick up your kid that's getting heavier.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. And like just little life things, like who doesn't want to carry in all the groceries on one go?
Exactly. Yep.
Who doesn't want to be independent? And
I might start calling you down the road to come carry my groceries in one go.
Sounds good. Or even like just open a jar on your own, just like little life things.
Exactly. All makes a difference.
It 100% does. But like there is so many deeper reasons, and my mind's going blank right now of some of them that I've heard. But I've had people that are carers for someone in their family.
Or even people, we have a lot of people that actually work in aged care.
Yes.
So in aged care, you have to obviously use manual handling. You have to roll people in bed. You have to get them out of bed. All that makes you stronger.
Same with the nurses, same with the ambos that we have come to us. Police officers, they have to stay fit. Like sometimes staying fit can be a matter of life or death for them. So like everyone has their reasons, and I think it's important to sit down and say, what's your reasons, and to have a strong why, because a strong why will then help you mentally push through the hard stuff.
And actually know why you're doing what you're doing.
100%. What's your why?
My why is always keeping off my boys. They are, if anyone has 2 boys, you know what having 2 boys is like. Yeah. Boy mums are different type, but they're crazy in the best way possible. So yeah, keeping up with them.
Yeah.
And my why is also just being stronger for myself and living healthier, living longer. Like who doesn't want to live longer? 100%. I mean, I think I said earlier I'm done at 50, but
you did say that earlier, and I looked at her like, Maria, what are you talking about?
But I think it's just about feeling good in yourself as well, and being like, oh my God, yes, I can bring in the groceries, or yes, I can lift this 10-kilo pot plant I want to move without my husband having to move it for me. Like it's all about that and being independent.
100%.
I don't know where the pot plant thing come from, but just in case I ever need to move a pot plant.
Maria's now a gardener. She's going to be...
You see my front yard.
So if there's no progressive overload, the same load means the same results. So I want you guys to get that in your mind today. It rarely pushes the muscle close enough to fatigue to spark adaptation. It skips the stimulus but needed to build muscle mass or strength. It builds control and mobility, but not resilience under load or pressure. It often marketed as light and easy, which sells but doesn't transform. It prioritizes feeling elegant over getting stronger. And look, that's totally fine if that's what you're after. All forms of movement is better than none, but marketing Pilates as something that will make you long, lean, and toned is what keeps so many women stuck. This conversation makes my blood boil a little bit because they expect body changing results from a method that isn't designed to create them
and isn't going to work.
It's just crazy. I can tell you right now, 90% of our members come to us for results, not just to move. If you were there just to move, like, you guys could do so many forms of movement.
Exactly. And really our members, if it's a movement, then it's doing that elsewhere in a way. It's going for like a walk to get that movement in, but most members are there.
Most members are there.
Push those goals.
And like we do know that there is people that like the Pilates. That's why we do have a burn class on the schedule, but we've just been smart on the way that we've done that.
And I think as well, you've also trained your instructors and obviously yourself to push those members. You know, when 100%. Your members can go heavier, you tell them, I think you can do this heavier, or you'll come up to them, put on an extra spring because you know they can do it.
100%. And really, that's like why you guys are coming to us. We're coaches. So like, we're not just instructors. We don't just like put the music on and create a vibe. Like we guys are coaching you like in every area of your life. Like we will be pushing you mentally and physically, which sounds scary, but we are there to get you guys results. And like, we want to hear your barriers and your blocks that you're having at the moment and what you're struggling with. Like, that's what we're there for. We are definitely coaching you as a person. We're not just like we don't just throw programs together. Like, we put so much work into making sure that our programs are science backed and we stick to our values and we give you guys the results. Most studios just throw something together, put some music on and create a vibe. Like,
And I think as well, you're kind of giving, like you said earlier, like Pilates isn't always the cheapest form of exercise, but you're giving members what they're paying for.
100%. And a lot of studios don't do that. Not to generalize too much, but
no offense.
No offense. No offense. And like, we just do so much extra stuff. Like, we just work so hard. Like, even the next challenge that we're doing, like, it's free for our members, and the resources that you're getting.
It's so much work behind the scenes.
So much work behind the scenes. Even this podcast, like, to give you guys free information, like, we 100% really, really care about you guys getting results and working towards it. So, and then, like, yeah, we have different things on the schedule because we know that different people like different things. So in this podcast, we're just going to assume that majority of the people listening do want to do hard shit. But we do have a burn class on the schedule. Like I said, we were smart in the way we did that. That is Pilates based. But we have it around building endurance. Building your endurance helps you go heavier for longer in strength classes, and then everything comes together in athletics. We'll dive into that a little bit deeper.
And you still have your stretch class as well.
And we still have our stretch class as well. So there's definitely something for everyone on the schedule. But as we move through these topics, like, we were talking about everything, and stretch is definitely for everyone. It's such a good recovery session, or just like a mindful movement session.
Unless you're me, but yes.
I know, I can't really, I struggle to switch off. So I find a harder session easier to switch off on.
Me and Chelsea are becoming the same person.
We are. It's actually kind of scary. But yeah, we're just going to, as we move through, like, we're just going to assume that majority of the people listening do want to do hard shit. They do want to get stronger. And this is what this podcast is going to be all about. But we'll definitely be dropping some very important episodes in there about rest, recovery, and prioritizing just some time to.
And making the most out of your session you're coming to, and not feeling like you have to come to 2 or 3 sessions in a day to get the most out of your workout.
I definitely think that is such a good podcast episode to dive into, because believe it or not, Maria was that person.
I was that person. And looking back now, I'm kind of disappointed in myself, because I actually never pushed myself enough in those classes. That's why I was doing 2 classes a day. But now I like doing hard shit.
100%. Guys, we all go through it. Do you know how long I worked on Maria to go heavier?
A long time.
A long time. And tough conversations about, like, Maria, you're going to burn yourself out.
Yes.
Maria, you're going to get an injury.
Or you're not going to get what you want out of this. You're not going to meet your goals by doing it this way.
Right. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be a good episode. Yes. We'll dive into that another time. 90% of our members come to us for results, not just to move, and they weren't getting there until they started training with intention. It can make women think that they're training when they're actually just moving without overload. It leaves them stuck in a cycle, working hard but not seeing change, often leading to burnout. Pilates becomes powerful when it's combined with strength principles. It's not about ditching Pilates. We're definitely not about that. Like, obviously, we're Pilates instructors, guys. We love Pilates. Like, there's definitely a time and place for it. But it's about doing it right and skipping over the fluff.
Exactly. The pretty stuff.
The pretty stuff. We're very much not about the pretty stuff. It's about upgrading how you train inside Pilates. We use heavy springs, progressive overload, and intentional overload to drive change. We have a few classes on our schedule. We have strength, burn, athletic, foundations, and stretch. All structured to build and not just move. Every session has purpose, progression, and intensity, not just random workouts. Our coaches call you out with love. Like I said, we give you the big sister energy, tough love, because we do really love you guys and we do want you to get your results. So we'll call you out when you're under training, because you deserve more than going through the motions. This is where the magic happens. You stop doing Pilates and start training. We anchor everything in our core value, love. Load is love. Pushing in is respect for your body. I think that's the biggest thing, is like, pushing yourself is actually like respecting yourself.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Because challenging your body is how you show love. It's not punishment. And we all do this for the results and the ripple effect it has. Not just because we want to be mean. That's definitely not our intention. I can tell you right now, it'd be a lot easier if you weren't mean.
It'd be a lot. How much energy you'd save?
So much energy. I think that's what you guys it's important to note too that we spend so much energy like pumping you guys up
Yes. Yeah.
that it actually would be easier just to throw a workout together, put some music on and just vibe.
Or just to grab a random workout you've already done, not to create a whole new one, to make sure you're pushing members.
100%. And say, yeah, guys, that's right. Go 2 kilo weights today. We'll do feet and straps all day.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so much easier for us. But we don't want that for you.
No, we want you to actually meet your goals and push you to do your best, because we all know you can.
We know you guys are capable.
If my phone locks one more time, I'm going to get angry.
So we have 2 avatars in the studio that we focus on, and me and Maria joke all the time because it's very much like us represented on a piece of paper. So we have 2 avatars, Sophie and Emma. Sophie is career driven, definitely loves doing hard shit, is very ambitious. She doesn't have kids yet, but she's in the stage of life where she's sort of looking at getting ready to have kids and wants to get her body ready and look after her own health. And she also knows that looking after her own health is going to help her get further with her career and just her life in general and make her more capable. And then Emma's exactly like that, busy, ambitious career woman, but has kids.
Although Emma is also 40, our avatar. I'm just
Emma
not 40.
is also 40. Maria's definitely not 40. You're not 40, Maria. It's okay. You don't look 40.
Yet.
So yeah, and that's the thing. Like we put ages on it, but like how?
But the avatars are designed to suit those people and what Sophie and Emma are.
Exactly, and that can happen at all stages in life.
Exactly.
You can meet Sophie all the way up to your 40s.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's definitely no rules with that, but they're the people we keep in mind when we make every single decision in the studio. Makes it super easy when we can 100% relate to those people, because they are definitely us. So if we're talking about like strength-based reformer and not Pilates, and the benefits and the ripple effect that it has for our avatars. So Emma, the busy mum, she has finally built muscle. She finally has energy to keep up with her kids, and she's not having the 3 p.m. crash anymore.
No. I think I might change my name to Emma.
She stopped feeling that exercise drains her and it fuels her. She does hard shit in the morning or afternoon, and she just has the self-confidence to...
And she doesn't see exercise as just another chore to do. She actually sees it as a way of movement and making herself feel better.
It fills up her own cup. And yeah, her self-confidence has like skyrocketed.
Definitely.
Because she knows that she can pick up those 6 kilo weights.
7.
7, 8, 9, 10. Look, I was trying to be realistic, guys. Like I started at 6, but we'd love to get you to 10. And then for Sophie, the younger, ambitious woman who shifted from chasing skinny is now chasing strong.
Yes.
How empowering is that? Let's ditch the skinny culture.
And start the strong culture.
Start the strong culture. We're not here to shrink ourselves.
So many different, forms of body types and people. Whereas skinny, it just labels one type of person. Strong labels everyone. Everyone can be strong.
And I know there's multiple different body types, but a lot of people, when they are chasing skinny, you're not feeling your best.
No.
Your self-confidence has declined. Your energy's declined.
You're not eating the right foods for your body.
You got mood swings.
Definitely.
You just want the food. You just want to fuel yourself properly. You're not sleeping properly, guys.
You're stressed. You're overworked. You're not what you're actually aiming for in life.
That's not what an ambitious woman does, guys. Come on, we can do better than that. So she's now stopped obsessing over calories.
Amazing. Yes.
And started training for what her body can do rather than just worrying about what it looks like.
Exactly.
Both now walk with confidence and not guilt. That is one of the biggest empowering results that we see. And they feel powerful, not punished. These physical results create a ripple effect. More confidence is how they show up at work, with their family, and in their relationships. I feel like that's definitely something that we can dive into in a conversation that I think me and you will have together at some point.
Yeah.
And more energy to pour into their goals and passion. They're more resilient mentally and physically to handle life. It's not about stronger bodies. It's about stronger women.
Yes. And that's what we are aiming for.
Especially for the next generation.
Exactly, because we're not taking the fads that are in this generation into the next.
How much more empowering is it for your kids to see mum wants to be strong?
Exactly. Mum wants to go to Pilates and do what she is going to do for me.
Mum's not chasing skinny, especially for you young girls. Like, your kids pick up a lot.
They do. Everything.
So just having that goal for yourself is just having such a ripple effect of we do hardship and we get stronger.
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't repeat that to your kids unless you want them to swear, but
I think most kids swear these days.
Fair enough. They probably see enough online. So is Pilates actually working? I want you guys to ask yourself these 3 questions. Am I lifting heavier over time? If the load never changed, your body won't either.
Definitely. And
I'm just going to let that sink in.
And I think we've what am I looking for? We've seen it happen in the studio.
100%. Do you know how many people, like, even I keep using you as an example, sorry, Maria, but like I said, like fighting with Maria over going heavier, I don't want to put words in your mouth and speak for you, but I feel like your results
are
coming quicker.
They are coming a lot quicker.
They're coming quicker.
Yeah.
So ask yourself, am I lifting heavier over time? If the load never changes, your body won't either. Your second question is, am I being challenged to my edge? You should be hitting fatigue and failing, not just crushing it.
No, not just cruising through, not just taking out 20 reps because you can do it easily.
And we could leave you there all night, come back in the morning.
Maybe we should do that challenge one time. You can hold as many of them.
You can go the longest. We come back and we go, oh, Emma's still going. She's been here all night.
Yeah. Yep. Emma's not going hard enough, clearly.
Emma's not going hard enough. Am I being challenged to my edge is question 2. Question 3, do I leave feeling like I've actually trained or just stretched?
If you've come to a strength class and feel like you've just stretched, then you haven't gone heavy enough.
There is something wrong.
Definitely something wrong.
And us instructors are not picking up on it. You are very sneaky with getting away with that. So feeling worked matters if you want results. And just remember, guys, like if you're doing everything outside the studio, feeling worked is not meant to drain you.
So if people listening have answered no to any of these questions, what does that mean?
You're doing Pilates probably and not strength-based reformer.
Definitely.
You're under-training. You're not using progressive overload.
And you're not pushing yourself.
You're not pushing yourself. And you're not going to get the results.
You won't.
We wish it was different, guys, but it's just the truth. You're not going to get results from under-training.
We don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules, unfortunately. Yeah, so if you did answer no to any of these, you are under-training. Have you got anything else to add to this episode, Maria? Are we feeling good?
I think we're feeling good. And
I think we're feeling good.
We just really empower people. Just go and your next class that you come to, just try the heavier weights, try the heavier springs, and you'll walk out and think, oh my God, I can actually do this.
Yeah, we hope that this episode blows your mind in a way that is empowering and makes you hungry to want more, know more.
Exactly. Even if it's as simple as instead of your typical red and yellow spring for your lunge, do a red and blue. Just the smallest change to start with and then keep going heavier.
Yeah, we don't expect you tomorrow to walk in and we're oh my
those
God,
10 kilo weights.
What's happened overnight? The 2 kilos have moved to the 10 kilos. Don't do that. Do it safely. Do it safely. But like I said, we're there to coach you. Ask us.
What do you think I can handle in
What
this
do you
class?
think I can handle? And more than likely, your instructor will know. We know what you can handle. I look at some of the spring options sometimes. I'm like, guys, come on. But there's only so many fights I can pick in one class. But we can, I know when I'm teaching, I can physically see when someone's working hard enough.
Yes.
And pushing enough load. We know when your straps are going loose. And we're not going to share all our stretch secrets, but I also know a lot of other ways whether your load is heavy enough or not.
Exactly.
Straps is just one of the examples we use in classes.
But if you're cruising through each time without a break and not one single break, it's not heavy enough.
It definitely is not heavy enough. So I think we should wrap it up there. Pilates isn't enough unless you're doing it in a way we do it with progression loads and standards. That's why our women get stronger every single week. Members, double down, push harder in classes, ask your coach if you're under training, and then rise to the standard. For the listeners outside, two guys come to Taylor. Go on, get out. Okay. For the listeners outside, if you're ready to stop fluff training and start building foundations, stick with us. This is just the beginning.
We've got a lot more to come from here.
We have started strong. This is just the beginning. Might be a lot for you to digest. Second episode in, we're just scratching the surface. So I'm sure you'll have millions of questions, which we promise we'll dive into over the next few weeks. But we've thought this needs to be said to set us up for the rest of the pod. So do not stress. We'll dive deeper into how the club does strength-based reformer, how to know if you're under training, and how to know where you should be pushing and when, and loads more to help you on your journey, giving you the actual resources that you need. This is a club chat where strong women do hard shit. Thank you for the time. See you, love you, bye.
See you, love you, bye.